This is Brian Cody's other team. Well, at least he's on the fringes of the James Stephens minor setup. Brian's son wears number 14 and he proved to be pretty useful in Monday night's league victory over local rivals O'Loughlin Gaels, where Kilkenny's defeat by Galway is still very much on the minds of club officials and one ex-player.
I suppose the manner of defeat against Galway was very alarming for a lot of the Kilkenny players and the Kilkenny public in general. I suppose we never got out of the traps on the day, and Galway were up for it from the word go and really put in a phenomenal performance. Everybody knows that it's in Galway to produce performances like that, but I suppose the hype around the Dublin game and that Dublin were going to give Kilkenny a good rattle, and Kilkenny were very, very focused for that game, and possibly there was a lot of hype about the team after the performance, beating Dublin by so much. There was a lot of hype around the team, and maybe some of it might have filtered in, and a little bit of complacency might have taken place.
But you know those boys, and they're not really like that, are they? And certainly Brian wouldn't let that happen.
Absolutely not. No, they're very level-headed and grounded people and players. And as the management goes, you won't get any more experienced, with regards to complacency and not allowing that to seep into the players. So effectively, their performance against the Cork in the league final was a phenomenal performance. They wiped them out. They wiped out Dublin, and as for what happened against Galway, it's just, I always said it, every day is different. You need to be primed, whether it's any sport, whether it's boxing. If you're not up to your game on the day, athletics, any sport, you're just going to be beaten. And Kilkenny weren't focused for the day, and Galway took full advantage, and they'll need to be focused for Limerick on Sunday, I think.
They don't have many off days like that, though. I mean, was there shock in the county?
Oh, we had a great old chat about it after. So everybody a bit shocked, all right, that all the players seem to be flat on the same day. But I don't think that's their true form. I think they'll bounce back.
Well, Jerome, I was part of a Kilkenny team in the 80s against Galway, and we got a bad beating above them Thurles. Now, Galway can turn on the style like that every now and again, and when they do it, there's not much you can do about it. And
so you say it's more about Galway than about Kilkenny?
We weren't good on the day, but Galway were excellent. We can't take anything from Galway. But the difference with this time and our time, the lads have a second chance, and I think they're going to grab it.
I thought Limerick were decent enough now last year, but I'd expect Kilkenny to beat them, I'd expect them to beat them. I'd expect them to nearly beat Tipperary as well, depending on what happens on Sunday, but I'd expect it to be there or thereabouts.
So you don't think there'll be any lasting scars?
I don't think so, no. I remember 76 now when we were going for 3 in a row and we got a terrible beating by Wexford, but in the second half we were gone, but this time we weren't gone. That was the point I was making at the time, that we'll know in the second half whether we're gone or not. So we had a decent enough second half. So I think there's plenty of life there still.
I'd say they're going to react. Somebody's going to feel it, I'd say, and it could be Limerick, because I'd say the players were very down with themselves the way that the game panned out. I think they're a lot better than that, and they know they're better than that too. So I think they'll take care of Limerick on Sunday.
Could it be a bit like Kerry against Tyrone, the reaction that they had to criticism?
Yeah, well, they didn't get too much criticism inside in the county, because you couldn't criticise a bunch of players like that. It's just that everybody didn't expect that, and I'd say the players didn't expect it themselves, but they'll put it right, I think.
Martin, you've marvellous new grounds here. You're opening some of them in a couple of weeks. You've had to change the date now because Kilkenny got beat. Maybe that's a sign that you weren't expecting Galway.
We weren't, I suppose, really, but I suppose you can never underestimate Galway, really. We had our official opening fixed for July 28th, which would be next Saturday, but as things turned out, we're playing a quarter-final on next Sunday against Limerick, so our opening then had to be put back till it's on now on the 11th of August.
You're not used to that. You certainly didn't see that one coming.
We probably didn't, no, I have to admit we didn't. But, as I said, I've been around a while, and we've seen Galway beat us, maybe create a surprise in 1986 when they beat us, and 2001 and 2005. So I suppose realistically we should have seen it coming down the road, but I suppose if one was to listen and look at the television and papers and one thing and another, you'd believe that Kilkenny were unbeatable, and there's no team unbeatable, as Galway proved on the day.
We lost the Leinster final the last day. We lost the Leinster championship. We didn't like it. We're not happy about it. But we have a chance to atone for it. And I think there'll be a big performance. I won't say a backlash. A big performance from Kilkenny. We're going to need that to beat a hungry Limerick team. And I think we will come up with it.
You know Brian well. You're on the sideline with him there. How's he feeling?
Brian is himself, he's disappointed over the last day. But that's behind him now. He's all focused for the next day. And if we beat Limerick, which I think we will, we'll be the team to beat then. There won't be too many looking to meet us then after that.
Do you not think there's a few question marks deep down because they got beat so well?
No, absolutely not. Not for the run we're after having over the last 10 or 12 years. Unbelievable. We're surely entitled to one the League Cup. And if we get rolling again, like Kerry did last weekend, we'll be the team to beat come the weekend.
Last question then. You know these lads so well. How will they react? Will it be a big reaction or will it be a steady thing?
I suppose we're all expecting a major backlash from Kilkenny, I think Limerick aren't too bad, they're a good team, they're probably a team work in progress, I suppose. Donald O'Grady had a good year last year with them, and John Allen has carried on the good work, and I think Limerick have some very nice forwards there, and young Downs and young Dowling and Declan Hannon and Breen and so forth. I think they're going to be an up and coming team in the future, but I think I'd be expecting a major performance from Kilkenny on Sunday, and
are you expecting a 1 point win or a 10 point win?
1 point win and do Kilkenny, but I suppose if you're looking long term, they need to be putting in maybe a resounding victory, I suppose, to to put themselves in a position to take on Tipperary, who would have to be favourites to win the All-Ireland at this stage.